Well, good afternoon, and we're out for another, we'll call this a wander. It's a bank holiday weekend in the Lake District, so I thought, where can I go where I'm not going to be with hordes of people? So I thought I'd look out for somewhere out west, heading towards, and I don't know whether you can see behind me. Yeah, and if I look over that way, you can, in the far distance, you can see the Solway Firth and some of the mountains behind her in Scotland, in Dumfriesshire. So I looked at a map, and obviously we'll put a map up at the end. I've got my GPS with me to a place called, and found this place called Cogra, C-O-G-A-R, I think it is, Cogra Moss. It's at a lake. It's got fishing rights because the signs as we're coming through the gate about those. So it's not somewhere I've been before. I was thinking, being out west, it's out of the main touristy area. Although technically we are still actually in the national park just. So I thought I'd come and see what we can see, come for a late afternoon, early evening walk once the harshness of the sun has gone down. So, yep, so that's where we are. I've no idea what we'll find, so we'll catch you a bit later. Right, well, we've made it to the moss, and it is extremely pleasant here in this early evening or late afternoon sun. Yeah, as you can see, this side we're sort of bordering fairly rural. There's sort of, although it is undulating, there are farm and livestock in the fields there. But as we come round here on this little, I'm not quite sure what it is, pier that we're on, and we look out towards the other end of the moss, it's very different. The hills are getting higher, and we're heading in towards the bigger mountains. I mean, some of these, I'll put the names up. I believe that one up there, and if you come round, possibly the one in the centre there, and that one are possibly Wainwright's. Not quite sure, but I'll put the names up on the video. So yeah, we're just going to have a wander around and see what we can see, have our tea at some point, and just have a relaxing time. So we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, I'm pleased about one thing. I made one right decision. I decided, if I'm coming near water, I'm going to put my wellies on, and it was the right decision because you can see there, that's the side of the moss, and then I've paddled in my wellies through here to this walkway. You see the walkway there, and there's an island, and I thought the walkway made quite good leading line. I did stop on the island a little while and eat one of my crisp egg sandwiches. I'll have the other one a little bit later on, but yeah, so I have taken captured a number of images. As you can see, the walkway is fairly narrow, so they're all handheld rather than getting the tripod out. So yeah, and if they're any good, I'm sure one of them will be at least reasonable. So we'll put the best one up on the video after this, and then we'll carry on round the moss. So yeah, it's a very pleasant evening. So yeah, I'll stop rambling and we'll see you a bit later. Well, we're nearly at the far end of the moss. Just come to this little, what would you call it, bit that's jutting into the water. Peninsula, that's the word I was looking for. And there's a guy fishing there, which I thought would make quite a nice composition. And I've taken a couple of handheld shots. If they're any good, I'll put them up. But I have a feeling not. It's too far away and the light's in the wrong position. But we'll keep an eye on him as we go around and see if there's any better compositions. As you can see, if I come round here, we're slowly working our way around, and it's not much further to go till we're at the bottom and heading back. So yeah, we'll keep going and we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, there's one thing I didn't quite notice on the map. Oh, there's fish jumping out of the water there. Don't know whether you saw that on the camera. I don't know whether it caught it. But this is a smaller body of water. When you look on the map, you can see it. But what the map doesn't make clear is it's higher than the main. The main one is over there. And if we come over here, I probably won't be able to see it. But I don't know whether you can hear it if I stop talking a moment. Yeah, there's a bit of a waterfall as the water comes out from this slightly higher, smaller body of water into the main moss. So yeah, it's interesting. So I've had the drone up. You will have seen or will see some of the footage, and I did try and take an aerial picture of this smaller body of water. So if it's any good, we'll put it up on the video, and we're more or less at the end of the moss now, so we'll soon be on the path heading back up the other side. So anyway, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, so I thought I'd found a possible composition with the fishermen in. Would have been nice from this island just in front here, but unfortunately the water was going to be too deep. I got to an island just further back and tried to take a picture, but he seemed to be watching me, which I found a bit disconcerting. But yeah, people probably don't like the picture being taken, so if any of the pictures are any good, we'll put them up. But we're going to head back down on the road towards there, and probably then back to the van and head home. So yeah, I think this one's going to be a fairly short video, but anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Alright, we're on our way back to the van now. Anybody who's watched to this point, I very much appreciate it. And just to remind people, if you've liked what you've seen, please click the thumbs up, it does help the channel. And if you like what I'm doing, why not subscribe? And please, if there's any questions or whatever, please comment, add questions, because I do answer all comments, etc. So on this occasion I will, as not most of the time, I will put a map up showing where I've been. I'll probably put two maps up, a wider ranging one to give you an idea of where in the Lake District I've actually been, roughly, and then a more detailed one showing the actual route of the walk. Sometimes it's fairly obvious where I am. This one's not so much. It's not not a particularly touristy place, but I thought, given it's a bank holiday Monday, if I go into a touristy place in the lakes, there'll be hordes of people, won't be able to possible to video or take pictures, so I thought I'd come somewhere a bit more out of the way, a bit well, it's certainly a nice place to come. I would imagine it's quite a pleasant walk to walk around the whole moss, probably keeping to the footpaths, whereas I was trying to I think people had been where I'd been before, but trying to keep close to the edge of the water. So yeah, it's I'd recommend it coming, and I think it's well worth a visit back at a different time of year. It's all very green at the moment. Maybe that's because it's spring, about to turn into summer, so yeah, everything's very green. But there was quite a bit of heather, and it looked as though possibly there was maybe going to be lilies in the water. So yeah, we'll maybe come back maybe August time, when the heather will be out and maybe there'll be some lilies and be a bit more colourful. So well, we'll try that. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody who watches, and because it did take some time doing these videos, so yeah, I do appreciate people who watch, and greatly appreciate all the comments that people make. And I'm beginning to ramble, so we'll call it a day there, and we'll see you on the next video.